a lot of ideas are going on the internet. So what are your advices to increase traffic on your website for your product and to create a community? Because you need a kind of community also to gather all this feedback and to continue to improve your products. How should you do that?
Okay, so that's definitely a difficult question, but I'll throw out a couple of ideas. One, I think that people should think about driving traffic from the very beginning. So even before you've launched, there's ways to generate traffic in the form of collecting interest. So you have something that's catchy, something that's attractive without even explaining the entire product that people say, that looks interesting and I want to know what it is when it comes out. So you start collecting your potential users. And depending on how you're able to implement that, you can collect 100 or 1,000 users before you even launch. So that gets you your initial traffic. And then you want to increase traffic. So the best way to increase traffic is, of course, to have a great product. A great product will get traffic. And I know that sounds a little bit too easy, but that is the number one reality. If you have a great product, you will get the traffic. Now, in terms of creating a community around your product that will help you then to increase the traffic and get the word out there, I think people need to be aware of the pitfalls of using social media today, because the answer is using social media. The caveat is using social media in such a way that you maintain the community. Okay, so you have all these options today. You can write blogs, you can create a Facebook group, you can have a Twitter account, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The thing is you need to be able to create content for all of the channels that you decide to use. And if you can't create frequent content, then you'll definitely not be able to maintain the community or even build the community. So it depends on what kind of resources you have available to you. Some of our companies have said, okay, we're not going to do the Facebook page because we can't maintain the momentum. We're going to focus on tweeting, or we're going to focus on writing to our blog, and we're going to maintain the community that way. But the whole idea of community is that people come because there's something interesting for them to see in that particular channel. So, my strongest piece of advice of creating community and increasing traffic is to make sure that you've extensively planned the content that you're going to be delivering so that people want to come back for more.
Okay, and if I get your point, not trying to play with all the social media tools, try to focus on one or two media and deliver content on those ones, not trying to push everything everywhere.
I think for a startup that's good advice. It depends again on the resources that you have at your disposal. In particular, the time that you have to create content on all these different channels. So some people can do it. Some people, can write really fast and churn out blog articles and post photos to Facebook and so on and so forth. But you just have to be sure of yourself that once you launch a particular channel, that you can continuously feed the content.